Yes, we are live. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to all the mothers, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you are doing well. Good evening in Southeast Asia, and good morning in the US, in Canada, and good afternoon here in England. If you do not know me yet, my name is Jade Locke, and I am from England. I am a mother of 2 years old, and I am a digital entrepreneur too. I help people start their own online business from scratch. And so, if you are watching us right now, please leave a comments below and tell us where you are from and how many kids do you have. And if you will be watching for replay later, do the same, please. Leave a comments below and tell us where you're from. And if you have many questions, please write and we will get back to you later. So to all the mothers out there, please stay tuned and we will talk about so many things. Today is Wednesday, and every Wednesday we have our interview. Today's episode is very, very relevant and important, and we need all of these things. This past week, we are talking about us, mothers first, because as mothers, we have to have a lot of things to give out to our loved ones, especially to our little ones. So let's focus to ourselves first so that we can give to our family because we cannot give with if we don't have. Our topic for today is about how to manage time, which we all need. Life can be so stressful if we do not know how to manage our time, and it can result to anxieties. So, how to cope with anxieties, and of course, a self-confidence, because these three are related to each other, and it can result to time management, can result to stress, anxieties, and of course, self-confidence. Without much further ado, please, Mom, help me welcome our guest today, a life coach, a certified life coach from the USA, Miss Rhonda.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. My baby, she's napping now, so we can talk.
Yeah, good. I hope EJ is taking his nap also. I just left him in his room. So, yeah, Rhonda, I am so excited and so thrilled about this episode because we really need this. Me myself, I really need. I'm an organized person, but I still need a lot of management in my motherhood life. Okay, tell us about yourself.
So my name is Ronza Potter. Hi, everyone. And I'm a mom. My baby just turned out one. She's 1 year old. 1 year old. I can't believe how that happened yesterday. So like she's supposed to be 7 years maybe now, but so I'm a mom and a certified life coach. I help women entrepreneurs love themselves more and feel more confident so they will be able to create the life that they want without sacrificing the mom they want to be, without getting burned out all the time, and be able to be fully present with their families while they're working on their dreams and their businesses. So that's what I do.
Wow, awesome. Our moms here are from different parts of the world that I've only seen on the flags of the world. That is EJ study. So we have a mom watching from the Philippines.
Oh my
Hello
God.
there. Wow.
Hello.
Interesting there. Yeah, how can you we manage our time? Really?
That's a big question. That's
Yeah.
a very big question. So the truth is about time that we cannot manage it. Everyone talks about time management. We cannot manage time, which is ironic. But time, we always have 24 hours a day. We cannot
Yeah.
go back in time. We cannot have more of it. So it is like something that you have all the time, 24 hours. And it is something that we created as society. Like it's something like a concept. It's a mental construct, right? We, as society, we decided we have 24 hours a day.
Mm.
And so it's something that we created as society, we agreed on. So now we have a time, which is fact. But what we need to do is to manage ourselves in time.
Yeah,
That's the key, because time is
it makes
there,
sense.
right? It's about how we think about time. And
Mm,
as moms, we are taught by society to believe that we don't have time. We always have so many things to do.
mm,
And as moms, our life is always chaotic and busy, so we're always busy. So
mm,
this is how we relate to time, and this is how we think about time the whole time, right? And
mm.
we think these are facts. Like, it truly feels so true that we are busy. It feels so true that we don't have time. It feels so true that we have so many things to do. It's just how we think about our life. This is
Yeah.
how we think about time.
Yeah.
So,
So we cannot manage time, right?
no.
So we can manage ourselves and maybe the task. So how can we manage our task as mother and distract or and avoid distractions? Because distractions that can stress us out.
Yeah, well, first we have to change the way we think about time. That's the first step, because our thoughts drive our actions. Our thoughts also create our feelings. So if you're feeling stressed out, it's because of things you think about in your mind. If you feel that you're procrastinating, or you're just running around all the time, it's because of thoughts that you have in your mind. Maybe like you think, I have so many things to do, so you just keep running all day. Or you feel, I don't have time, so you just like feel stressed out all the time. So it's the first step is to look inside your brain and see how you're thinking about time. Do you always think, I don't have time? How can you think, maybe it is possible that I have a little bit more time? Maybe it's possible I have time. Let me explore that. Our brain will always find evidence to what we're looking for. If we're looking for evidence to prove that we don't have time, your brain is going to always find that evidence. If you're going to find evidence that you have plenty of time, your brain is going to find evidence for that. And it's just the way we think about time. So that's the first step, is to change your relationship with time, so you can get things done in less time and not feel stressed out the whole time, and you're not going to be running around exhausted the whole time. So that's the first one. And the second one is to think about your priorities. Like, what are your 5 top priorities that you really want to spend the majority of your time doing? That was a big thing for me when I became a mom. And I have a business, and then I became a mom, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? And trust me, I tried it the other way. Like, I worked all the time, first thing in the morning before my baby woke up, and between her naps, and late at night. That didn't go well. I was exhausted the whole time, and I was miserable. I wasn't happy. So I needed to find a different way. And I needed to start with my mind. Like, how do I want to think about my life right now as a new mom? And that's like, I needed to identify my priorities. So my priority is my kid. That's my first one. My relationship with my husband, so marriage is my priority. Taking care of my health, taking care of my business, and self-development, like always growing my skills. So I always, like, when I think about time, I said, okay, how can I like have all these priorities in my day or in my week? Because by the end of the week, when I do these things, I will feel accomplished. I'll feel just happy about it. I feel like, yeah, that was a good week. So that's the second thing. What are your 5 top priorities? For me, the house and having clean, organized house, I found out this is not my priority. My priority is to create memories with my kid. So I spend more time with her. And I spend like one day a week, I spend 2, 3 hours like cleaning, organizing. But I'm okay seeing the house not clean. I'm okay seeing the house not organized, because I identified my priorities. So what are yours and why? Like, why do you want to, for me, when I worked too much, I felt like my marriage wasn't going well because I wasn't around. And even mentally, I wasn't around. When I was with my family, I was like, but I'm always thinking about the things I want to do, things I should be doing. So I wasn't even present with them, even when I was with them physically, right? And I didn't
Yeah.
like that feeling. So the first thing, yes, your relationship with time, how you want to think about it, and then your 5 priorities. And then when you want to think about your week, what you want to do not think about the things that you should be doing, because you were told by society that this is how you should be as a mom. This is what it means to be a good mom, to be like doing more and working all the time for the family. So what it means for you to be a good mom. What is that version? Just create that version for yourself. Create that thing for you. Like for me, I decided we have like, even if we buy dinner, because for a while we bought dinner and I feel bad about it because then, oh, I was thinking I'm not being a good mom. I'm not being a good partner because I should cook. And I'm like, no, I was told I should be this way, but I can be whatever I want to be and still be a good mom. So how do you want to create that version of yourself, of you
Mm.
being the good mom that works for you, for your life, for your children, your partner? So that's the thing. When you think about the things you want to do for the week, focus on just doing the things that are related to your priorities, the 5 priorities that you want to spend your time doing, right? So when I think about my week, for example, I say I want to work every day 3 hours on my business. That's it. So I have that on my calendar, times when I work on my business. Then I have time when I spend with my husband, time when I spend with my kid. And I schedule that around my life. I don't try to fit as much as possible into my calendar. This is not how we work as humans, right? So I just try to like, focus on my priorities, and I focus on doing as less as possible. That's the key.
So that you not stress out yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Like we were taught that we should, when we are busy, we feel like we're productive. We're
Mm.
making a lot of achievements and making more money, and we're being good moms. So we focus on keep doing more and more. But what if that's not true? What if overworking is not something that we need to do? What if being busy is something that we don't need to be busy? What if there's something else? What if we can be good moms and be successful and achieve our dreams and work less? What if that's something possible? It starts with you, how you want to think about it and believe it is possible. I am doing it. I thought it was not, but I just decided to change how I think about my life. And I was thinking, how can I do less and still create more results? Still, do things that I want, but in less time. How we can do that? So how can you do that in your own life? Really, like, what kind of the life that you want, and build your life around it, around the things that you want, not what you should be doing. So
Mentality.
all of it starts with your mind. That's why when I
Mm.
said like my time cannot be managed, what needs to be managed is us and how we think about time. So when you change that, you have your 5 top priorities, then you will list down all the tasks that you want to do, and then look at them and say, do I want to do this? Do I need to do this? Maybe not. Maybe I'll do this next week. Maybe I'll do laundry once a week, for example. I decided like I don't want to do it every day. I just want to have it on Friday. I just fold all the laundry on Friday. So you do decide what works for you because you already know your life. You already know how your kids are, how they behave, their sleeping pattern. You already know all of that. So how can you create a life around it? So you're having all. And make sure that you always have rest time. Like when you look at all the things you want to do for the week, the first thing I do is I have my break time. That's the first thing I put on my calendar. Not my business, not cleaning, not cooking, my free time. Because we neglect that. We neglect that time. And it could be 15 minutes. Like I like to work out in the morning for 20 minutes. I make sure that I have the 20 minutes because it just sets me up and I feel like I'm energetic, I have energy. So maybe it could be just 20 minutes every day. Maybe at noon or 1, you find out that your level of energy usually goes down maybe. Like for
Mm.
me, I am very energetic in the morning. In the afternoon, I'm not. So I work around my body. I work around my life when I think about my week. So maybe that at 1, maybe that will be your time to go for a short walk with your kids for 15 minutes
Yeah.
around the block because you feel this is when you don't have energy or you cannot concentrate. So this is what's all about. Time management, this is what's about. It's about you to take care of yourself so you're not running on an empty tank. You have a full
Mm.
tank. We
And
can't.
also it will prevent some anxieties
Yeah.
that will get onto you because of so many things around your head
Yeah.
that you are thinking that are not even that priority or that important in your life to be able to be called in the
Yeah.
society a good mom or as accomplished mom, right?
Yes, exactly. So
That's really good. So, but there are still, anxieties are different forms and from different angles as
mhm.
mother because I'm not so sure if why there's a mothers could really have lots of things and hormonal imbalances and everything that can result in anxiety somehow.
Yeah.
So, what causes anxiety really is a life coach that you have been seeing lots of
Hmm.
people. What are the
Yeah.
main cause of anxiety, and how can we cope with anxiety?
So let's think about it that way. Let's say
Mm.
someone broke their arm and they feel pain. So they go to the doctor, and the doctor will find the main reason of the pain. The doctor will not going to give you just like painkiller so you feel better. Your doctor is going to find out exactly the source of pain, and it's always in your body. Your body always is the source of the physical pain. So the
Mm.
doctor will, diagnose you, and they're like, oh, you have a broken arm. That's where the pain is. Let's work on your arm so you don't have pain anymore. Same with our physical or our emotional pain. Anxiety, it's an emotion that is in our body, and the source of anxiety is always our mind, our
My.
brain. It's not the outside factors. It's not the outside circumstances. It's not your kids. It's not the kid who spilled, like, I don't know, milk all over the floor. It's not your husband who didn't take the trash outside. It's not COVID. It's not homeschooling. It's not anything that is outside of you, because circumstances, they're just neutral things that happen outside of us, like the weather, how old you are, how much money you have, what people do, what people say. And these usually things you cannot control, but the way you think about them creates your anxiety. If you
Mm.
think, oh my God, my husband is just, he doesn't help me, he doesn't care, he doesn't love me enough, or my kid, they're just crazy, they're screaming all the time, I'm exhausted. So the way you talk to yourself creates that feeling. So our thoughts always create our anxiety. That's the main cause of why we have anxiety. And I am the anxiety queen. So I suffered with anxiety all my life until I became a certified life coach. And I learned that was for me a big thing. I learned that I create my anxiety. And if I create it, then I can manage it.
Wow.
Amazing. And the other thing I want you to know, it's not a problem that you need to fix. It's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with you when you feel anxiety. It
Mm.
means you are a human. That's what it
Mm.
means. When we die, we're not going to have feelings. As long as we're living, we're going to feel happiness. We're going to feel anxiety. We're going to feel sadness. We're going to feel happiness. You're going to feel all the feelings. And that's what it means to be a human, is to experience these feelings. So it's not a problem that you need to fix. It's just a feeling that you create with your own brain, and you can just totally manage it. And it's fine. Just don't be stressed out about it. I thought there was something wrong with me for years, but
Yeah.
you're just being a human. That's it.
But it's not a really good feeling, right? That
Oh, yeah.
especially when it's not a good feeling at all. So yeah, we say how to manage it. If we
So,
can manage,
yeah.
what is the best trick to manage our thoughts that produces anxiety?
Well, first, when you feel anxiety, just feel it in your body. Let it
Yeah,
be there. That's what happens, is that we don't want to allow, you see my kids
baby's crying.
screaming? Well, my husband is there. She's fine.
Okay.
See if she doesn't want to have her lunch. That's it. So allow it in your body. A lot of times, because negative emotions don't feel good. Like anxiety feels terrible, doesn't feel good. It's very uncomfortable to feel it. But the more you try to push it away, the more you try to resist it or pretend it's not there, the bigger it's gonna become. You're gonna feel anxiety more and more. And instead of feeling anxiety for like maybe an hour, it will be for 8 hours, the whole day. It can take weeks. This is how I was. I would feel anxiety for weeks, and because I would just resist it. And the key is to allow it. And the way you allow it in your body is to close your eyes and find it. Like the doctor who finds where the source of the pain. You just be this reporter, be this doctor, and find it in your body. Where how does it feel? For me, it feels it's on my chest and it goes to my stomach, and I feel my stomach gets like very like tense like this. So and it moves up and down. So is it moving? Is it on your chest, on your body? Is it all over your body? Is it just in one place? It doesn't move anywhere. Do you feel it has a smell or color? Like really see how it feels in your body, because once you're connected with your body, you feel much safer. Our body is the most safe, like it's the safest place on the planet. You need to connect with your body, because once you say, oh, it's just on my chest and my, in my stomach, I can deal with that. It's not hard. We gave birth to kids, moms. Like you pushed babies outside of you. That's much more painful. I can let anxiety stay in my body for a little bit. When you let it be there, it goes away. It's like a wave, it comes and goes, comes and goes. That's it. Let it be there. Yeah.
And change mindset, right?
Exactly. I mean, in the beginning, the first thing that we are aware of is usually how we feel. So once you kind of figure out you're feeling anxiety right now and you feel it, you allow it, you let it be there and move on with your day. Then when you calm down, you're like, okay, what was I thinking that I created my anxiety? Maybe for me, for example, I would be thinking, oh my God, I have so much to do and it's already 1 p.m. and I'm not even halfway through. I'm not even done. Right? Maybe as simple as that. You're like, oh my God, I still need to cook dinner and put the kids in bed and give them shower and, So just find these thoughts. Find maybe 3 of them, not more. Just find 3 and just let them be there. Our thoughts are like feelings. Our brain is going to always have thoughts, positive thoughts and negative thoughts. Life coaching is not about like being positive the whole time. It's about being human and living the human experience to the fullest. We live it to the fullest when we allow ourselves to be humans, allow ourselves to feel anxiety, allow ourselves to say thoughts to ourselves that are negative, but just let them be there. Say like, yeah, these are just my thoughts. They're not true. They're not facts. This is not who I am. It's just things I think about. And it's all right because I'm a human. This is how you manage it.
This is really new that I learned today. In all those years, we're thinking like we need to do something to, to fight anxieties, to cope up anxieties, and we need to be organized so that we have no stresses and manage time. So this is really new, and it sounds really easy and real. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's human, it's normal. This is really, really good. I'm really, really glad that we have this interview. I can breathe now.
Yes, right.
So another thing, so we can't, it's just in our mind, right? So self-confidence also is in our mind. Tell us about self-confidence. How mothers can boast our self-confidence or regain that, we are now mothers and maybe we're not working or we're just in the house. We don't put makeup, we gain weight, bulge here, budging there, and no self-confidence anymore. And not feeling look beautiful at all.
I mean, who cares? You don't have makeup. You have fat around your belly. It means you are an amazing mom. You give birth to babies. I mean, I respected my body much more when I gave birth to my baby. I'm like, this is how strong my body is. Giving birth, carrying a baby inside you, growing inside you. And pushing that baby outside your body, and then you're not resting. You don't rest. You right away start learning about breastfeeding, or if you want to give a bottle, whatever you choose. But right away, you're learning how to become a mom. That's an amazing mom there. That's a
Amazing.
strong, beautiful, amazing mom. And
Mhm.
again, what does it mean to be beautiful? What does it mean to be confident or
Mhm.
worthy or a good mom, right? These are all beliefs that society just keep putting in our brain. What women should be to be beautiful, attractive, we should be skinny,
Yeah.
and we should like always be like, attractive and have beautiful hair and flawless skin. That's a BS. That's not,
That's really
no.
true. After I gave birth, I have like map on my face, birthmarks, and it's like map on my
Yeah.
face.
And how do you talk to yourself when you look at the mirror? Confidence starts there. How do
Mm.
you talk to yourself? Do you look at the mirror and say how ugly you are? Look at your body. Look at your belly. Look at the stretch marks. Oh my God, this is so ugly. You should do something about it. You should fix yourself to feel beautiful, to boost your confidence. Like how you talk to yourself. This is like important. It starts there. Confidence doesn't come with your skinny body. This is what when many women would believe. Like if I don't have gray hair, if I color my hair, I have an amazing skin, and I look like these models on TV, then I'll be happy and confident. Confidence starts with you because go talk to these models and they have other things that they're not confident about,
Mm.
right? We always have ways to talk about ourselves. We always have negative thoughts about ourselves. And these thoughts make us feel self doubt. So it's not about outside factors. It's not about you. I promise you, you're not going to be confident when you lose weight. I promise you. It's the way you think about yourself, the way you talk to yourself. So just be nice to yourself. Don't be mean. Don't be this, mean girl who bullies other girls. Don't do that to yourself. Love you who you are the way you are, honestly. And when you see yourself being mean, because I also do that, and I did that a lot more than before, and I spent the last year being nicer to myself, like
Mm.
building that skill. Confidence, it's a skill that we build, that we learn. We're not born with it. It's not something you're born, you're like, oh, I'm confident. No, it's a skill you build. It's like these basketball players, right? They get better and better the more they practice. So with our confidence, we get better and better the more we practice it.
So
When
we practice to tell ourselves that, oh, I am beautiful.
Yeah, or something that you want to believe. Like maybe you can start with smaller steps. Maybe it's not like from I am not beautiful to beautiful, because your brain will like, no, I don't believe you. Could be like, it is possible that my body is strong because I gave birth to a baby. I gave birth to a human. I have
Mm.
life. Maybe it means I am strong. Maybe it means I am beautiful. Maybe it means that I am capable of doing anything in the world.
Mm.
So it's all about how you talk to yourself. When I catch myself being mean to myself, I this is what I say. It helps me feel much better. I say, "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you, darling, today? What's wrong with you today? Let's talk about it. Talk to yourself." So you have the story that you tell yourself about yourself. Write it down, and then write down what's the story that you want to tell yourself about yourself.
Mm.
And practice that story. It comes with practice, like the basketball player. You're not born with it. You build it. And you become more and more confident when you know that you create this confidence from within you. Not when you get skinnier, not when you have amazing skin, not when you have amazing hair or a great husband, or it's not about how much money you make or how much impact you create. It has nothing to do with any of that. It comes from you, the way you talk to yourself, the way you think about yourself, and work on that. This is how you boost it. That's the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, this is really amazing. This is really full of wisdom. This is really priceless interview. I hope all the moms in this group will watch this interview because this is so important. And I
Yeah,
believe mothers are really important in the house, as we are the light in the house, right?
we are.
And so if you are watching mothers, please leave a comments below, and we will know if you are impacted with this interview, if you also learn from this interview. So, Miss Rhonda, what encouragement, what final word that you can give to all the mothers out there that are there in our group or listening even later for the replay?
Well, I want to say that who you are is what you decide. It's not your kids. It's not what you have in your life right now. Your identity is what you create, what you think about yourself, and you can always change that. It's not something that this is who you are, because we say that a lot. This is how I am. I'm not organized. I'm not clean. This is my life. This is not who you are. You decide who you are. That was me when I became a mom. I felt I was going through like identity crisis. I didn't know who I was. I looked at the mirror. I'm like, I don't know who that woman is. But then I was like, I decide who this woman is. No one else. Not your husband, not your in-laws, not your friends, not the community. You do. You decide. You tell yourself who you are and who you want to be. And the way you do that, you rewrite your story. Who we are is the story that we tell ourselves. Honestly, that's it. If you don't like that story, write a new one and practice it. The basketball player, and you will become that woman. That's all I want to tell you.
Amazing, amazing. So please let us know how we can reach you. I know that there are mothers there that are needing really help, and watching this would really enlighten them or open their eyes. But maybe they need something more close coaching. How can they reach you?
So there are different ways. The first one is, you can Google my name on Facebook, Ronza Potter, and it's public. So you can send me a private message and you tell me I want to talk to you. I don't have to sell you anything. You don't have to work with me on anything. So there's no stress about it. There are no commitments. We can just talk about your life, and I can help you just with advice and what the next steps that you can do right now, so you go on, you are on track to create the life that you want or feel more confident. So we're just going to talk. So you can do that, Ronza Potter, or you can join my Facebook group. Can we share links
Yeah,
here, or
sure,
okay?
sure, sure.
So it's also a Facebook group that you can join, and I'll be there too. So you can also, be there and or send me private message. And I have a podcast. I'll also share the link. So you can
Yes.
listen to the podcast, and you can also learn there for free about, I talk about all these skills. So you can just listen there and learn and reach out to me anytime.
Wow, that's really, really cool. So they can reach out to you anywhere, however they can. And if not at all, then you can send me a message and I will link you to Ranza
Yes.
Potter. So it's easy, or you can just send a message here or a comment that you wanna talk to her. So there are so many ways. If you are not in a good place right now, please reach out to any woman. Please reach out in this group or to Ronza, because there's so many help out there. Ronza, thank you so much. I know that your baby is
Oh, it's
crying
fine.
now. Thank you so much for your time. This is so priceless. I've learned a lot, and this is just amazing interview. One of the amazing interviews that I've ever had. So
Oh, it means a
enlightening
lot.
and so full of wisdom. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so much. I
Thank you
cannot
so
say
much for having me, and I'm really happy I'm here. Thank you so much, and I'm happy we connected. And yeah, I'm really happy I was here. Thank you. That was amazing.
thank you, mothers, for tuning in, and stay tuned again for our next week episode. Bye, mom. Bye,
Bye.
everybody. God bless you.